So I've been flying the 262 A-1 U-4 out a little bit, and I'm honestly quite surprised and how much fun I was having with this thing. So the special thing with this is it's a 262 at 6.7, right? And it gets an attacker spawn. So already we've power crept the normal A1A because fuck that thing, I guess. The performance is actually better than the A1A as well. I would say it's probably comparable to the A2A, just because the 50 mil is a lot lighter than 4 108s. Something that's really nice is the matchmaker is pretty favorable if you like fighting props, but I don't. The vast majority of the matches in this thing are going to be down tiers. So let's talk about the cannon, because that's like the only fucking reason that you would play this thing. It's a 50 mil. It's got really good velocity on the high explosive shells. It's a 920 meters per second. Problems with this is the gun accuracy is pretty fucking bad, because this thing used to be ridiculous in tank battles. So Gaijin decided to nerf the accuracy and make this thing shoot all over the place to try and nerf that. Problem with that is in here, when you're actually trying to shoot planes, it becomes a little bit difficult. You can get shafted very easily. So we got a A1H that's just completely stalled out here, so we're just gonna take care of that pretty quickly. And the 262C1A that baited that guy for us is not going to be very happy. Apparently I am the worst fucking person in the world because I did that. So yeah, that's fun. I'm gonna see a Hornet, so we'll just take care of that too. He tries to turn towards us. Slow, he's not maneuvering. Big fucking target, so that's free. Any other things that are bad about this thing? Well, it's a 50 mil. I mean, it doesn't shoot very fast, RPM wise, so it's very easy to completely screw up a pass that you're trying to make, especially if they're trying to maneuver. Despawn time on the gun is stupidly short for what it's supposed to be. You're not going to be able to hit anything that's past maybe 2 kilometers if you are shooting from straight behind them. So we're just gonna skip ahead here because nothing actually happens until now. So we kind of made in a pass in the furball. We didn't really do anything, but now we have a Tempest on us. So the only thing I can do in this situation is I could just run. I'm just gonna try and isolate this Tempest, get it away from the furball, so that if I do end up having to get forced to dogfight or do something with this guy, then I don't open myself up to get third-partied by fucking wise mystical prop planes. And that's kind of just what you have to do in this thing. It's a lot of very passive gameplay, and even with our performance, you can see that we're not really outrunning the Tempest all that much. I mean, he's obviously just come out of a dive, so he's going to be pretty fast. But by this time, he should be kind of settling into his sea level speed that he would be able to reach under his own power, and it's not that much slower than what we're capable of doing. Luckily he turns off here, and we're able to get some altitude and get back on him. He's gonna go for this Ju-288, and we'll just make use of that target prioritization on his part, and try and go for this shot here. Spoiler, I don't hit him at all here. It's just, yeah. So we're just gonna extend a little bit, but in this kind of situation we can be pretty aggressive now. The Tempest was just maneuvering, and he's gonna be pretty slow now, so we can go up, and we're gonna try and bait him to keep going up. Think he's able to get a shot here. And this is the problem that I have fighting props in this thing. Is just look at that shit, dude. He's literally just able to hang forever. But luckily he's not able to hit us, so once we get back down onto him, there's basically nothing you need to do in this situation unless I choke immensely, which I am, but I do actually kill him. And yeah, so nothing actually happens in the rest of this game. We lose, because look at my tickets. There's like 120 tickets left. So we'll just quick cut over to a different game where I show you a different way of fighting props, specifically the F7F. Apparently this thing is supposed to eat jets for breakfast, but 262 can dogfight this thing pretty easily. So I'm going to demonstrate that here. Basically, we're probably doing the same speed, same altitude-ish. So he doesn't have a bonus on me, I don't have a bonus on him, and we're just gonna stick this dogfight because there's nobody else around. F7F is not maneuverable enough to do this. So as long as you can not completely screw up, then dogfighting F7F is pretty free. And now we're going to get into some matches with a little bit of sustenance as we watch an F-84 full commit head-on against a SK-60, because that's just, that's how you play the game, I guess. We're kind of just sitting here trying to figure out who we want to go for. Of course, this is still the beginning of the match, so we're going to have a pretty good altitude advantage on anything so far. Just watching the A-1Hs try and rocket the 288s, because I honestly was kind of hoping that they would be able to get one of them with the rockets, because that would be pretty funny. But we dive in this guy, and we just miss. But that's alright. The reason kind of going for this A-1H is there's a BI over there. I see that, and I instantly just don't give a shit about anything in that direction. So we're just going to pick up the quick kill on the A-1H, and then we'll figure out what we actually want to do from there. So we energy trap this A-1H. For some reason he goes straight up, and he's pulling some black magic wizard shit, and he's just perfectly straight up in the air as he's falling back down too. So that was wonderful. I definitely should have killed that guy as soon as possible before he fucking cursed me, I guess. But now that guy's taken care of, we can kind of just get our energy back, and we're just gonna fly around, see what our options are in this kind of situation. There's an F2G right there. Don't really feel like going head on with that. So we're gonna just make a shallow turn away from him and just get some distance. He ends up going for some of our teammates. So that's another enemy that's going down to the ground. Something that we definitely want to be doing, and that's another situation that I've had to deal with a lot, where you kind of aren't the playmaker in the game. You're kind of just wheeling around, just stringing all the enemies along with you, and just trying to get them baited for your team or get them low. This thing is definitely not a plane that is extremely good at carrying or extremely good at juggling multiple opponents. As I continue to miss, but there we go. Got a nice shot on the F7F there. Take him out. And we're just going to go over it this way. I see a P-80, I kind of want to take it out. As well as I'd much rather dealing with jets in this thing compared to props. I just feel a little bit more comfortable in that situation, but I also don't want jets and props being in the same situation with me, because if the jet catches me and then I'm forced into a dogfight, then the prop will also catch up to me, because I'm in the middle of a dogfight and losing all my speed, and that's just not particularly fun. So we actually get a really nice shot on that P-80. And now we're kind of in a situation where we can basically just go for whoever we want here. I missed there. We're really good at this. Just trust me. So we'll back out, get some altitude, and we'll come back in. Not too worried about those two guys that are up there. Pretty sure they're just chilling, doing their own thing. Yak ends up getting shot down. So I'm not too worried about losing speed and having them dive on me, because they've got way bigger issues than dealing with somebody like me. So we try and go for the Yak-15. That's, probably going to die anyways. But trying to get the kill there. Fail miserably. Just like that N1K, at least we don't crash. So kind of going back over them. We see the LA-9 just evade that a little bit, and we'll just dive on this RA-285, just get a shot off here, pretty decent deflection, and then we're just going to extend away. It's pretty standard gameplay, very cookie cutter. Nothing special that you need to be doing, just, you know, learn how to aim the 50 mil and play it pretty passively, especially against props. But I do enjoy this kind of gameplay once in a while. It is fun to just kind of relax while you're playing, instead of always getting in the heat of the moment. So, just got a bunch of props here, all much lower on energy than we are, so what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of play a little bit more aggressive with our energy here. I don't know what the F2G was thinking doing that, because he went full vertical, he loses his speed, and now he's going to go head-on against a Ta-152, and you're not winning that. So he's got to stick it, because if he dodges it, he doesn't have the energy to dodge, so Ta-152 kills him. We'll just dive in this P-51H, take him out, and then we'll move to the LA-9. And that Ta-152 actually does pretty good this game. He gets 5 kills, so props to him. Kind of duo carried this game. LA-9 kind of turns towards us. We try and get some shots off, but none of them actually connect. And we're just being aggressive here. It's not like we need to, you know, run away, because this LA-9 is trying to juggle 3 different people at once, so he can't really do too much to, you know, punish me for, you know, turning. But can't hit the LA-9. I end up trying to turn around, thinking that maybe I could go in for a kill, but then I remembered that there was an 84 to our left, and the LA-9's already dead, like I just know. So we'll just make our way over to 84 as he's coming towards us anyways. Only got 2 rounds left, which is another thing with this. If you have a bad day of aiming, it's pretty easy to run out of ammo, since you only get 32 rounds. Shoot one in the head-on, doesn't connect. He's going straight for the Ta-152 here. I'm going to try and get a shot off here, but it also misses. And so the problem here is Ta-152 is actually out of ammo. I'm out of ammo. The HE-162 is out of fuel. And we're kind of stuck in this dogfight with the 84. So I decided to be a hero and take care of him myself. And that's that game. So, pretty calm 6-kill game, nothing spectacular. And in this game, got some, this will be another pretty good game. We're in the same situation, just start of the match, we're seeing the attackers moving in. I've got a pretty good altitude advantage over anything in the match right now on the enemy team. And we're kind of just, we're just chilling here. Just deciding if I wanted to go for that 84. Literally the one that I rammed in the last match. But then we see the F-89 here, and I figure, okay, I should probably go for this guy. He ends up going up for this 288, so I'll just slot in. Another bout of really good aim here. End up getting a crit there, which is kind of unlucky. Feels like there's a few planes that just tank these fucking rounds like candy. Specifically like F-84s. Those things are made of unobtainium for some reason. And yeah, I mean he just ate another one. But kill him there. Kind of a waste of ammo, but you know, we got him out of the match. The F-89's one of the most annoying things to fight, especially if you can't catch it, which almost nothing can in this kind of matchmaker. But then we get the F-84 on us, and this kind of is annoying. Not really, because the F-84 is hard to fight in this thing. This dogfight's actually pretty simple. if we just keep out of the guns. But now I've lost all of that altitude and energy that I did have because I have to stick this fight because it's not like I can run away from the F-84. But get a nice reversal there, take him out of the match, and now we're going to go into the scared bitch phase of flying this thing, where I have no energy, so I'm just going to run. I just need to run and get some energy up before I actually come back in and try and do something. So we're just chilling right now, nothing too spectacular. Gonna start slowly turning back in, and see the problem here with me having lost all of that altitude and energy. There's just so many planes that are high up in the sky right now, mainly props, that I'll have to deal with if I want to get anywhere near taking out those Yak-15s or that P-51. I put myself in a huge risk of getting dove on by any of those guys. So we're kind of playing pretty passive right now, not really doing much to help the team, but this is just kind of the way that you got to play it. So I figure now's a good time we can come back in, try and see if we can get something going here. See the F-84 coming in. That's definitely something that I want to be taking out, so we'll try and get a nice shot on the F-84, but we miss. Can't turn in to get any of those guys, so then I try and back out. The problem here is now I'm kind of isolated from my team, and I'm a little bit slow. I just came out of a turn, so this P-80 is obviously going to go for me. P-80's catching me, nothing I can do here. Just got to go trying for a reversal, dodge his shots, just use that speed differential to get him to come out right in front of. And there's nobody around us right now, so I'm just going to stick this vertical, see if I can get a shot off here. Spoiler alert, I don't. And I'm pretty slow now, so just going to do a shallow dive here to get some speed before he comes back. So kind of just in this dogfight with the P-80. Not too much to say here. P-80 and the 262 are pretty on par when it comes to maneuvering performance, I guess. But then I do see these those F-8Fs coming in, and I do not want to be sticking this fight because I don't really like being third-partied. That's not very fun. So we're just gonna run. I know that the P-80 has a higher top speed than I do, so eventually he will catch me. Basically, what I have to hope here is that the F-8Fs get bored of chasing me and then go kill somebody else, or go try and kill somebody else. So just gonna speed this up because it's a little bit of just running and waiting. Eventually the F-8Fs do break off and give me some space to actually fight this P-80. I'm gonna make a little bit of a turn just to try and get that distance to get even greater. Give myself as much time, even if they do start turning back now. I think I have plenty of time to try and dogfight this P-80 and take care of him. So we're gonna go for a reversal again. Just wiggling around, making it hard to hit, and then we commit to a turn once he gets close enough that he's not able to pull in. So now we're kind of in this dogfight. P-80's going a little bit too fast. He'll run out in front of us. Not able to get the shot there, and you can actually see the F-8F is coming back in. He sees that we're dogfighting now, so I gotta take care of this guy very, very quickly. It's a good thing that he ran out right in front. So now I've got this nice P-80 to shoot at, and eventually I do kill him. This gun is it's hard to use, but it is very rewarding when you do actually hit. So what we're gonna do here is we'll kind of get perpendicular to the F-8F and just get him to look like he's reeling us in. He's going for the 1.7 kilometer spray, that actually did get pretty close, like that halfway decent aim. But now we're gonna kind of go into, you know, some kind of corkscrew right here. Take a shallow climb and slowly turn, and just make it so that he's actually gaining on us in terms of distance, because that's just going to give him that dopamine to keep going for this. So eventually gets to the point where I'm stalling. He's going to pull up and try and go for the shot. It's a little bit tricky, even though that I'm stalled. He's pretty slow too, but still props can just hang forever, so it takes a little bit, but we managed to get him stalled out, and then we're on him, and then we take him out. So we're gonna do a time skip here, or not a time skip, we're just gonna speed up the footage. One of the other main things that I like about the A-1 U-4, or the narwhal as I like to call it, is you don't actually have to deal with the 262 stall as much without that you know, front heaviness. So when you do stall in those kinds of situations, you're not, you know, backflipping all over the place. I'm pretty sure it is still possible to do it, but it's not as easy to get into that kind of situation, which is really nice in those stall situations where you're trying to stall an enemy out, because, you know, in the 262 A1 you can't do that kind of stuff, because if you try, then you go into that backflip mode and you can't actually take advantage of the enemy that's stalled out. So we're gonna take off here, and we've got a general idea of, you know, the enemy. So it's a 4v1 if you don't count the JU-288s. Just some props, good props, and then a Yak-15. So what I would like to happen here is, instead of fighting all of these guys at once, I would love to make it a series of 1v1s. And the target prioritization is going to be very important here, because if I screw up and I, you know, go for the wrong target, then it's very likely that somebody else could come in and third party me, or put me in a situation where I can't do anything but run, and I don't really like to run. I think it's very boring. So what I ended up deciding to go for is the Yak-15. My thought process there is, if I, you know, try and engage the props, because all the props are either landing or taking off right now. If I try and, you know, go for energy and, you know, keep, you know, barreling on those guys, then the Yak-15 could possibly come back and, you know, take advantage of that and put me in a situation where I just have to run away. So I do try and go for the Yak-15. Can't really catch him. The JU-288 ends up taking care of him, which is kind of nice, but also kind of bad, because at this point now I've gone all the way to our base basically, and, you know, tried to get that Yak-15 kill to, you know, get him out of the match. But now I've opened up all of this distance that I have to traverse back for the prop planes to, you know, get altitude, and I don't want the prop planes to be getting altitude. I want to be at a way higher energy state than they are, to, you know, basically just toy with them. Luckily, the F-8F kind of just goes for ground targets, and this is kind of where I fuck up. I probably should have not gone for the F-8F, should have gone for the P-51, because the F-8F is of no problem to me whatsoever if he's ground pounding. He can't do anything to me. So there's a mistake in that, and it almost gets me killed, because I almost fucking run into the ground here. But I ended up bouncing off the ground, so that's wonderful. But now one of my engines is heavily damaged. There's really no way I'm going to be able to outrun a P-51, especially a P-51H, with this level of damage to my engine. Probably only able to do maybe 620, 630 kph, and P-51H can easily do more than that. So I kind of have to go for a risky play here, and I'm just going to stick the head on with this guy and try and take him out. So kind of go for that, and then we'll recommit, and luckily we are actually able to kill. So last guy is the LA-9. So, and we're gonna have to do something similar here, which is very unfortunate. I think this could have been a lot cleaner of a game if my target prioritization was better, but that's just how it is. Hindsight's always 20/20. So we try and go pull up for this LA9, get some shots off. Don't hit, he dodges. He tries to go for a turn fight. I'm going to extend and just dive away. Even with this engine damage, we should be able to outrun an LA9, so just kind of make use of that. So, unfortunately here, we just kind of have to run. There's not much other path of recourse here. I mean, I could have gone for the dogfight, but in that level of positioning, I didn't think too highly of my odds. So my thought here was maybe just ignore the LA9. Don't go for kills. You know, don't choke the game. Let's just win smart. We'll just win off tickets. You know, there's AIs right in front of me. I'll just kill some, get their tickets down. The JE-288 is also still in the game, so you know he can bomb some targets, and we can win that way. So we'll just kill that guy. Gotta love the fuel explosions. But the LA9 starts, you know, doing a climb, and I don't really know if I want to run forever. And besides, we have ticket advantage. I don't think the LA9 is going to be able to actually get to the JE-288 before they run out of tickets and lose the match. So I end up just, you know, going for this dogfight, especially because the LA9 is diving now. So didn't really think too highly of my odds of just running away. So while I actually have the ability to, you know, get some good positioning here, I almost die there because I'm stupid and just turned right in front of him. But we try and go for the reversal. No dice. And now we're just going to kind of go into this dogfight. Try for a shot there. Nothing. Try for a shot there. Nothing. At this point, I'm really concerned, because if the LA9 plays this right, that there's absolutely nothing that I could do in this situation. Unfortunately, he kind of makes a mistake when it comes to how he should be maneuvering, and just keeps going right in front of me. If he had just pulled around and gone for like a raid fight or something, there would be nothing that I can do. So he pulls in front of me again. I, you know, try and take the shot, but I miss. Turns around, pulls right in front of me again. Finally, I get the kill. And that's a nice 7-kill game.